You know, we're all off our game here because we had such technical difficulties, but we're doing our best here, folks. And okay.
Can you hear me, Alex?
Okay, well, I can't hear anybody.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the thing, okay, that's here. And I have one that says, what will happen to the starseeds at the moment of transition? I genuinely do not know. I would assume that all of us would be pretty much in the same place. That I wouldn't necessarily use the word starseed, but that's what's. We're all in the same boat. We need to hear that because we get something in the dark. Okay. The future will be very interesting for you in New York soon, I take it. Yes, apparently NYPD wants to arrest Hillary Clinton today. They do, and I want you to research it. Hillary Clinton, NYPD. Who's the guy? Anthony Weiner laptop. Folks, it will blow you away. It will absolutely blow you away what has been going on, okay, and why they want her. It's pretty amazing. They're pretty open about talking about it. So,
Alex, you can't hear me.
So,
you can't hear the speakers, can you?
I mean, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can somebody nod yes? Can you hear me? A thumbs up?
Yes.
Anything?
Can you hear me? Big thumbs. No,
okay, I got a thumbs up.
Yeah, cool. We can hear you. You can't hear us.
What are the bright white orbs about the size of a baseball? They have come into my home. My understanding is it's spirit. It is spirit. It could be family and friends. It could be those who have passed before you. Remember, the frequency, we are rising our frequency. We're moving into fourth, and then eventually we'll be passing forth into fifth. Okay? So it could be those, it could be family, it could be spirit guides, it could be nature spirits, it could just about be anyone. But I have yet to experience or know anyone who has had a negative experience from the orbs. Okay? Please, if you heard about the AI effort to use 5D tech networks to affect our connection to planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's a lot of talk about AI here on the planet and concerns. If AI is ever actually allowed to occur here in third density, it will be controlled by extraterrestrials, probably regressive, but I don't think they're going to be here long enough to even get it done. Yeah, I'm at the moment, I'm not really overly concerned about that because that can be dealt with. That is not on my radar of things to be afraid of at the moment. I mean, if there was anything that is at the top of my to be concerned about, it is Nibiru. I'll just tell you straight away, it's Nibiru. Will we have 3 days of darkness with the passing? It is very probable, because what happens is as it crosses over, I am told, the Earth stops spinning on its axis. It will be stationary for at least 3 days before it begins to spin itself again. To me, that's the only way that could happen. Okay? Or the debris field, the dust is so intense that it literally blocks out the sun for a period of 3 days or more. It's one or the other, or maybe it's both. Okay? On the 31st, walls, something about cobwebs in Derbyshire, UK. I don't know anything about that, folks, and I apologize. I don't know anything about that. Will the ETs disable nukes? They have been doing that all along. There won't be a nuclear war, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Okay? So you can let that one go. And they know it. And they know it. All sides know it. Let's see. Is there a group of billionaires trying to get people to sign up to go on the first ship out? I don't know anything about that. You said it's been 2.5 million years since the Orion group has been in this situation now. What were the circumstances that put them in this situation millions of years ago? Very good question. I do not have that information specifically. I was just told about that. That's how long it's been since a group of them have been in this situation. What is this? Will they be, group of billionaires, will they be Draco's salad croutons? Look. That's a horrible picture. I would stick it out on planet Earth, folks, if I were you. I would. The draconians will never be vegetarians. Okay? So I wouldn't go there. Salad croutons. Oof, that's a rough one. Okay, what else we got? Isn't the whole mess unfolding in front of us supposed to be part of the experience we are supposed to go through as a collective consciousness? That would appear to be obvious, actually, since that is what is in fact happening there. Yeah, now whether or not we actually agreed and signed up for this part, I'm a little fuzzy on, frankly, because I didn't read the fine print on my contract when I came in. So, but that appears to be what it is, and it's going to be interesting. When the planet stops spinning, how should we maintain our sanity? Good question. I really wish I knew. It's obvious, though, that people who have survived previous were able to leave some details about what happens. So apparently some of us do keep our sanity. I think those who maybe lose their sanity were on their last thread anyway. So we'll just have to see what happens, you know. Folks, I've not been through this. I have absolutely no conscious memory of ever being through this myself. So there are only so many questions I can answer on that. Our power goes out all the time now. Is it because of the Schumann resonance? Everything's interrelated. It's all interrelated. I know the Schumann resonance is off the charts. I know our magnetic field is dropping. You know, we are all in the same bus. You'll know what I know. Whatever I do find out before things happen, I will obviously share with you. That's what I've always done. That's what I've tried to do. That's the best that I can do is give you information as I get it. Alex, it's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much, Charlotte. I appreciate that. It's been an interesting day. We are laying down. Are we laying down? We will lay down through the 2 days. I could probably use the sleep, the nap. Who is the 7th floor group? That's a great question. If I had to guess, I would say during the Kennedy administration, they were known as the Special Operations Coordinating Group. Then under Johnson, Nixon, and Reagan, they were known as Special Group. They essentially are the liaisons who basically run the United States government. And they basically tell everybody what to do. They control all the intelligence that goes to the executive branch. You know, you can look that up. That information's out there now, I believe. Lyra 330, I love you too. Thank you. Hey Jerry, there are many sightings of planets and moons in our solar system lately. Are some of these artificial moons you spoke about The answer is yes. I didn't bring any notes today about any of that stuff. Why are the elites so fascinated with numerology? Because numerology is the language the aliens speak. That's the language of the universe. It's mathematics. They're very, very specific. You know, it's very difficult to misinterpret math. Should we ever get on motherships of VAs, what is advised by Tolek of the Andromedan Council? We should ever, or is it never? I'm not sure I understand that question. But, you know, let me explain something to you. The benevolence, they're not here. They're here to not only empower, but to restore balance and our sovereignty to the planet. Okay, their purpose is not to take us off the planet. It really isn't, but to restore our sovereignty to the planet, and to help repair the planet from everything that's been done. Will we have assistance soon? We're getting it now. Will we have reunion with soul groups? Yes. People are joining groups. People are coming into people's lives that will be very, very long-term friendships. There was a lot of that. Rantha talks about some being lifted off. Absolutely not aware of that. As far as I know, there is no rapture. Not aware of that. But you know, folks, I don't know everything. And I never said I did. I don't know everything. So, but I'm not aware of it. CERN is trying to create antimatter. Why? That's because they're trying to open up a portal to another dimension and escape the dark side. You know, because they're screwed, and they deserve to be screwed. They really do. Assholes. Okay. Can races mix sexually? Boy, you know, I got chastised just for undressing an Andromedan woman in my mind. There's no way that I would ever go there asking them that kind of a question. No, you're going to have to ask that question yourself. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I got into enough trouble with that. Let's see. It seems the patience, the beginning, millions of years. I'm trying. Let's see.
It's a real pity you can't hear me,
The age of
Alex.
Catholics. That's funny, Mike. Mike, thanks, man. Thank you for everything. You're awesome, dude. What do you think about the pipeline protests? I don't know. I thought it was amazing if we're talking about the same ones that are going up in North Dakota about the buffalo, the herd of buffalo coming in and showing up on the sacred land. I thought that was awesome. But I haven't really looked into it that much. I mean, you know, folks, I'm in survival, and that's what we're working on. And I'm trying to get my shit together. What do the A's look like? They look like us, except they're bigger, handsomer, more beautiful, and they have light blue skin. What are we going to have World War III? That is not in the forecast. That is not in the forecast. The dark side would love to create that because it creates fear and it lowers everybody's vibration. We just cannot allow it. I mean, if they started a war and nobody went, would there be a war? No, there wouldn't be. So let's just not go. Planet X is most important. Yes, it is. It is in fact coming. And many people know it. General Dunsford and what he's doing about it. I have two schools of thought on Dunsford. When he was in Afghanistan, his job was to protect the poppy fields. Now I understand he is doing other things. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure whose side he's on. Okay, I would love to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. I really don't know. You know, but if you join if you join the pirates, there are horrible consequences for you. Okay, history is on the side of the civilians, of humanity right now, and you want to be on the side of history. Okay, you don't want to be a pirate right now. You're screwed if you become a pirate. Okay, it's not going to go good for you, and you have a chance, you know, to jump overboard, and swim back to the shore to humanity. Some Andromedans say some humans are chipped implants. What Andromedans? Is that channeled stuff that you're hearing? I don't know what you're referring to. That's Mark. I don't know what you're referring to, Mark. Have people been chipped, implanted? Yes, we know that from the Orions and the Greys and the military. We know that from the pirates. Yes, we know that. But we've also told you how to get rid of that, and that's to get a Tesla coil, the violet ray, and run it over where you think that chip is, and it'll dissolve it. It'll take care of that chip once and for all. Okay, I've told you that years and years ago. What is this? By Passive Bear, Alex, wars out there aren't fought like on Earth. No, they're not. No, they're not. I want to find those people I want to be in contact with in the near future. Johan. Johan, just keep stating your intention, Johan. Keep stating your intention, okay? Spirit is listening. What else we got? Whew. Good job, Johan. It says, I am. Thanks, Alex. Good job. But this is like a ticker tape. It's going by so fast. What time we have, JP? I don't even know. We're about that. Okay, we got 25 minutes. Okay. We have 5 minutes. So what else we got? Do the A's return to the light after taking the warrior space? You know, that's a great question there, Mr. Kelly. When they become the warrior, they never leave the light. They bring the light with them. But their intention, their focus when they become the warrior is to defend and to uphold what is right. And if they are physically being attacked, they will obviously defend themselves to whatever degree is necessary. They're not going to stand there and allow themselves to be slaughtered. That isn't going to happen. And none of the benevolents do that. But what they do is they hold the light, they hold compassion, but if their opposition refuses to yield, they will do what they feel is necessary. The rest of that I can leave up to you to figure out. Okay? But they don't go looking for trouble, ever. What would you do about the event that Cobra talks about? No idea what that is. I have absolutely no idea what that is, Martin. You know, Mike, to go back to your warrior question, it's like if you were, it's as if a punk decided he was going to screw with an old man, not knowing that the old man was a 10th, 12th, 15th degree black belt in judo. And he just screwed with them because he saw the old man. And then the old man whipped them up. You know, beat his brains out. Left him alive, but beat his brains out. That punk has just learned a lesson. Okay? So the next time he decides to be a punk, he's probably going to think about it. That's kind of the same analogy here. You know, they only take them out if they absolutely have no choice. If they won't stop. Okay? Is the concept of non-intervention by ETs gradually lessening? Jorn, they had to step into this because the events that happen here affect them in the future. Okay, so they had to step in. They had to intervene. If they were just flying by and they saw things happening here and it didn't affect them in any way, that would be a very different story. But what is happening here affects virtually everyone in our galaxy in the future. So they had to intervene. Okay? So the answer to your question is yes. They have and they are intervening. The biggest interventions are yet to come. So know that. I wonder when free energy will be released. Don't be shocked if between now and 2020 something emerges. Okay? Don't be surprised at all. What is the goal of the regressive ETs on the bigger scale? Well, that's taken me a long time to get into, to resolve within myself. You know, maybe one day I will have become spiritually mature enough to actually thank them for their contrast that they've been able to give us. I mean, I say the words now about the contrast, but I don't exactly feel it when it comes to them because of all the suffering that humanity has had to do at their behest because of their actions and their disdain and their bigotry. So that's pretty much, Passive Bear, what I can say about that. We'll see. We'll see. More and more is coming to light every day. Is the universe allowing an endless number of retries for the betterment, also the regressive? Yes. Yes, like I said, all the broken pieces find their way home. Okay? Have you ever thought much about what Earth and Saturn would look like after the spiritual transition? I sit with that every day. I sit with that every day, but it begins with me. You know, who am I? Who do I want to be? You know, tomorrow, the next day, next week. You know, what does that man look like? You know, what is it? I mean, you know, the question is, what does it take to change the essence of a man? That is the question. And then once the man knows that, or the woman, you know, then you need to move on it, to express it, to become it, to embrace it, to rejoice in it, to intend it. But it's all about changing one's essence. And you know, that's the $64,000 question, isn't it? Bernard, I do not know Count Saint Germain. I do not. Will you rejoin with your family on Earth? I intend that every minute of every day. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't want to go, but I gotta go. I gotta go. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for persevering through with us. Okay, and well, this has been a very different webinar.